In the previous episode, we looked at introduction, history and production and physical properties of cotton fiber. In today's lesson, we will look at chemical properties, finishes given and consumer preference to cotton textiles. When you take alkalis, cotton is very resistant to alkalis. Even little concentrated alkalis like sodium hydroxide, which is a strong alkali, it can also withstand up to 23%. In fact, 23% of sodium hydroxide is being used and also ammonia and all are used for finishing of these fabrics. They give usually very positive results on cotton fabric, producing good luster, producing sometimes strength, producing good durability, and all these characteristics are being possible treatment with alkalis. Most of our soaps and other things contain alkalis, and so there is no problem at all for taking care of these fabrics. And then coming to the acids, the resistance of cotton towards acids is a little lower when compared to alkalis. Usually organic acids like acetic acid and lactic acid and all dilute acids, nothing will happen to the cotton fiber, but mineral acids, if you take even dilute or even strong acids, will have a definite effect and deteriorate the fiber and dissolve away the fiber, like something like sulfuric acid. In fact, sulfuric acid is used, chemicals used for the identification of cotton fiber in the blends. We will remove the cotton by using sulfuric acid and then see whatever other contents that are present. Usually this is used for the polyester and cotton blends, polycots or terrycots we call it. And then coming to the solvents. The solvents for cotton are cuproammonium hydroxide and cupreethylene diamine. Other solvents such as a kind of solvents that are present for the other fibers are not going to dissolve the cotton fiber away, and so it has resistance to all those solvents. And then when you take the bleaches, bleaches are being used most of the fabrics because bleaching is one of the important preliminary treatment given to all types of fabrics used for the apparels, because it produces good white color. In case of cotton, you have that wheatish color which should be removed before it is subjected to any surface ornamentation and other things. It should look white, and so bleaches are being used. Here chlorine bleaches and perborate bleaches can be used as they are, and there is no problem at all. But over bleaching should be avoided. If over bleaching is done or if it damages, it shows in the form of a yellow color. That means after bleaching, if it shows yellow, that means that it is deteriorated by the over bleaching of the fabric. So one should take care, otherwise there will not be any problem if it is done under controlled conditions. Then coming to some of the miscellaneous properties, like we have sunlight. Fabrics are usually put up outside for drying, and so fabric should be resistant to sunlight. But most of the fabrics, even though it is cotton or other materials also, that they are damaged usually or deteriorated when exposed for a very long periods. When they are put up maybe for drying and all, it may not, but the colors which are present on the fabric also will augment actually the deterioration process. And so we always advise that colored fabrics should be dried in shade, so that the UV rays will not even damage the color as well as the fabric. But fabrics which are used in sick rooms especially, and also for the patient, should be put up in the sunlight, because you know that sunlight is the best to spoil the microorganisms and other things, so that there will not be any carriage of disease causing microorganisms. And also one more thing that we have to say here, that UV protection by cotton fabric is a better one when compared to most of the synthetic fabrics, as a natural material able to absorb part of these UVA and UVB rays, and thus it can give protection to the person who is wearing it. The resistance against mildew, if you take mildew or microorganisms, because its cotton is a natural plant material, and so naturally the microorganisms and the fungi develop on these materials. And so cotton, even though the microorganisms grow on this material, but there is one advantage with cotton, that it can be boiled to a higher temperature to eradicate the growth of the microorganisms and also the growth of the fungus. And if it is left out for a long time in a humid weather, the fungus will grow on the material, deteriorating the material, and also it makes the fabric to get that black spots, and so the black spots cannot be removed. So it is always better to store it outside the humid atmosphere. Coming to the perspiration, cotton is not usually affected by the perspiration. Maybe the dyes that are there on the fabric may fade due to perspiration, because dyes are usually pH sensitive, but nothing happens to the cotton fabric. It does not get deteriorated. Moreover, when you put it in water, easily it can dissolve away the perspiration that is present in this material. Then coming to the finishes that are given to cotton fabric. Cotton fabric, when you see it, when it comes out of the loom, is usually having that beetish color, and it is not very good, and it is not that absorbent also in the beginning. So in order to improve the impurities that are present, and also during the making of spinning and weaving and all, some oils and other things it will absorb, and so these things should be removed. So some routine finishes, like it is scoured and then bleached, and also it is singed. That means that singeing is one finish which is given to these cotton fabrics to remove the fibers, protruding fibers on the surface, because it is a cotton fiber, it is a staple fiber, that means smaller one. So by taking several fibers, we are making a yarn out of it. That means that the yarn surface will contain a fiber ends. So these ends should be removed, then only we can give some surface finish on the material, so that it will be seen properly, and also the luster of the fabric is seen, otherwise it becomes little dull and all. So these routine finishes, like scouring is to remove all the impurities in this, and then we said bleaching is to produce good white color, and the singeing is to remove the protruding fibers, so that the fabric is ready for taking up the other finishes, which are going to be special finishes for cotton fabric. When you take this one, cotton fabric, there are two important finishes that are given. One is that mercerization finish, and another one is the sanforization finish. Mercerization is to make the fabric more lustrous, more stronger, more dyeable. This happens only when it is treated with 23% of sodium hydroxide, or sometimes even ammonia is being used for this purpose, wherein the cotton cellulose is usually transformed into cellulose 1 to cellulose 2. Thus, its crystallinity little comes down, thus it can improve the absorbency of the fiber, and the fiber takes up a round shape, like before balling opening it used to be round in shape, and the same shape comes out into this material, and thus it becomes more lustrous. Because it is done under tension, this mercerization is under tension, all the fibrils which are in a spiral form also takes up the a straightened form, and thus it will contribute to some more strength. And so this is one important finish that is given. All cotton quality materials will be given this finish. Mostly apparel fabrics are all given this mercerization finish. And the second one is sanforization, that means the shrink proof finishes. That means that the fabric needs, because under tension the fabric is being produced, during fabric construction it is under tension, and so these tensions should be removed, and thus this is subjected to a compressional shrinkage. That is what happens in the sanforization finish. It is made to have the shrinkage by compressional. We take a belt which is compressed along with the fabric, and thus it will shrink at that particular point, and so these fabrics are called as sanforizer fabrics, which will not shrink later, not more than 1 to 2%. And so when it is turned into garments, then there will not be a problem of the shrinkage that occurs in the garments. And then coming to the wrinkle recovery, or wrinkle recovery is a problem in cotton. So in order to give protection against this, finishes like wash and wear finishes, wrinkle recovery finishes are being given. In this, any resins are being coated on the material. The fabric, after all these, after routine finishes, is subjected to this finish, wherein it impregnates with the particular chemical and particular resin, and then it is usually treated at a higher temperature to a dry heat, and so that it sets. The resin forms a cross links in the material, and thus this cross links, when it bends the fabric, the fiber, and it will not allow it to stay there, and because of the cross links it comes back, and thus it straightens, and it will give resistance against the wrinkles. And so, maybe little difference of wash and wear and also wrinkle recovery, both are almost similar, but the percentage of that resin that is added to this will be different. In the same way, we have another finish that is called durable press, in which the fabrics are subjected to a resin finish again. And in this, there are two types again formed, and sometimes the fabric is durable pressed or the garment is durable pressed. When sometimes we see in the ads and all, where they say that the garment which is made by a particular company will be able to be having all the contour of the person, and it stays just exactly on the body and giving a beautiful shape to the body. And that is only happens when this fabric is cut and then sewn into a garment, and then the durable press is given in finish. That means that the resin is first coated, and then it is cut and made into a garment, and then the treatment is given at a higher temperature in this particular shape of the garment, and thus it shrinks to that shape, and thus it beautifully drapes on the body of the wearer. And so, a durable finish is one of the important finishes that are given, but it adds to the cost of the fabric and also the garment. We have another finish that is called water repellent finish. This is a hydrophilic fiber, not a hydrophobic. And so, whenever something like that with the hydrophilic quality is required, then cotton cannot stand. So, in order to do so, and this is given water repellent finishes. The fabric is given coated with a water repellent finish, so that the fabric will not allow the water pass through the fabric, I should say, because there are two water repellent and waterproof finishes. Waterproof means it is given only on one side, that means that it will not allow air or water to pass through, but whereas water repellent finishes today they are given because it will not add any weight to the material, and it will not allow the water to go through. When you put a drop of water on that, it will be like a pearl, and when you tilt it, it will fall away. There will not be a problem. But these fabrics, when you forcefully send the water, maybe it will lose the water repellency. But these water repellent fabrics are required today, and so these are being given to the materials, and so thus it becomes water repellent, and also it will allow, it is called a breathable fabric because it does not alter its air passage or porosity of the fabric. So, cotton fibers are not that stiff and all. So, when they fall sometimes they cling to the body, and so you say that it is comfortable, but when you go out and all, we need little body to the fabric, and so sometimes they are given stiffened finishes. It is impregnated with the starch. Starch will be there on the fabric, and so it stiffens the fabric. And there are many other things, lubricants and other things that are added, but otherwise it is a starch. So, starch coating is given to the fabric in order to have a stiffened condition. To produce interesting surface and also luster for these starched materials and all, sometimes the fabrics are given strain raising finish. This finish is given with a big roller, which is a heavy one, engraved with the diagonal lines. And so, when the fabric is passed through this engraved roller, and the imprints of this diagonal lines appear on the fabric, and thus when you take out the fabric, it shows very good luster. And so, some of the inferior quality fabrics are given this finish, and especially called chintz and all, and these fabrics have a very good luster like a moisturizer materials, and so we have to be careful with this kind of materials, but this is a practice in the industry. Parchmentization finish. One more finish that is given, like to produce organdis, because cotton fabric is not that transparent, all of us know, and so in order to make it transparent, what they do is they go for the parchmentization. We call it as parchmentization, wherein we have chemical which dissolves away the particular cotton. It may happen, like two ways. It may be a burnt out finish or it may be a parchmentization finish, wherein the fabric is exposed to few seconds of this kind of sulfuric acid or so, and then when it comes out and into the water and neutralizes, nothing will happen to the material much, but it takes up that stiffened transparent look. Like we have a variety called organdy, and which is being liked by many people. Organdy sarees and organdy materials are very popular among the consumers. So, in order to get variety, this is main thing, but in blended fabric sometimes cotton and something else may be there, and so it is first of all the fabric will be coated with a paint or a print, which can resist that particular chemical, and then it is exposed to the chemical. That means, it is dipped or it is passed through that particular chemical which dissolves away either cotton or some other material which is present. Thus, you have a opaque design or a transparent design, both are combined in this, which is called as a burnt out finish. We will see the consumer preference of cotton fabrics. Now, why consumers prefer cotton? As we are talking about cotton having many important properties that are being liked by the consumers. First thing is its versatility. Even though a single cotton fiber, there are so many fabrics that are available in the market, because cotton lends itself to the production of many kind of finishes and also different types of fabric constructions and different types of yarns that can be produced by using cotton. So, cottons can be used even for the bed sheets and even for materials that are used for the home textiles. It can be used for the apparel fabrics like shirts and other things. It can be used for the sarees and having very fine counts of 120 and above. There is a possibility of bringing lot of variety into this material, and also it is used even for the hospitals and all. In the operation theatres, it can alone be used because it does not support the static electricity, and also all other things you can make it more, you can boil it at higher temperature also, and see that it is away from the all microorganisms and all. So, it has a lot of versatility, and you can make it into sheer fabric, also very heavy fabrics. It is possible to do so, and we talked about organdy fabrics which are transparent, and we can see voiles, we can see lawns, we can see 2 by 1, 2 by 2, and we have poplin fabrics that are available in the market, and all are made of only single fiber called as the cotton. And so, lot of variety can be produced in this particular thing, and people like to buy the cotton. Secondly, the fabric is highly comfortable, and because it has a very good heat conductivity as well as the absorbency, and it is also hygroscopic. Not only hydrophilic, it is hygroscopic, and because of this the wearer will feel definitely comfortable, especially in warm humid climates. And so, for these climates especially cotton is very important, and the consumers will feel highly comfortable with these materials. And not only that, the shape of the kidney shape of the fiber contributes to comfort of these materials, because it will not allow it to completely stand on the body of the wearer. It will, because it has a hollow space in the center, only the sides will stand on the body of the person who is wearing it, and thus gives comfort to the wearer. Otherwise, if it is straight on the body, and the wearer will not feel comfortable. Okay, that is one important aspect of cotton that makes the wearer comfortable. Thirdly, it is highly durable, because we see that cotton fabrics are durable. Even home textiles, we see that we use it for many years, like we have bed sheets and other things which run for years at home, and most of these materials also we use, and even for mopping and other purposes we use cotton materials, because it is durable, and it has strength, and also not only that, it gains strength when wet. Something like, if you take 100% its a dry weight, we can say that 110 to 120% strength it can regain. That means to 10 to 20% of strength is regained when it is wet. And so, this fabric we can the consumer has a liberty use any kind of friction on that material, and then wash it as I like and see that the fabric is clean and hygienic. Even though cotton fiber has medium strength, but you can make very strong fabrics out of it by carefully selecting the yarn type, either it is a ply yarn or it is given a Z twist or S twist. So, depending upon the twist or altering the yarn count and also the fabric count, we can produce a lot of variety in that, and also we can bring out very strong fabrics. When you take plain weave from the other weaves, plain weave and twill weave, and twill weave will be able to produce much more durable fabrics. So, depending upon the fabric construction, we can increase the durability of the cotton fabric. So, that is an advantage with the cotton. And also cotton is a fabric which is used by the fashion designers. Fashion designers, the favorite fabric for all these people is the cotton, and cotton fabric can lend itself to any kind of fashion, because it lends itself to any kind of atmosphere, weather conditions, it will be able to withstand. And even for say in the winter, we say that it is heat conductivity is very good, but in winter season we should not conduct away the heat that is being produced within the body. Okay, only the water should be conducted away, or whatever vapor that is coming out, sweat coming out should be dissipated, but not the heat. If the heat is lost, if it is very cold outside, then it is a problem. But the fabric can be made something like napped fabrics. You can nap it, that means a kind of finish that is given to cotton, and we get it in the form of a fuzzy appearance on the surface, and it seals the the heat conductivity of the fabric. And so any type of condition, any type of weather, cotton lend itself, and we can make it suitable to that particular weather, and thus cotton is one of the important fabrics being used by the consumer. So, with many advantages of cotton fiber, we regard it as evergreen fabric, and also in the textile industry it is called as king of all textile fibers, because it can withstand all kinds of frictions, and it has all the advantages to become a textile or the major textile fabric.